Hello, I'm Matt, and this is my channel Sawdust Passion. Today I'm going to show you 5 techniques on how to personalise your woodwork without using a CNC or a laser engraver. To get started, I'm going to make some quick tablet holders. Start by routing a groove along the top for the tablet to sit in. Then I cut an angle in the front of the holder using my plans to get the angle. Finally, I'm adding a chamfer to the other 3 edges, just to remove the round overhead edge. Quick sand and they are ready for personalising. I start by sketching out the name I want to add to the tablet holder. Then using acrylic paint I do my best to paint the design on. This is by far the cheapest option, and if you practice a lot or are super talented, I'm sure you'll get good results. Fortunately, I'm not, but the good news is there are plenty of options that will give better results. If you haven't got a printer, then you could sketch your design on just like I did in the previous example. But for this method, I have printed what I want to burn full size and I'm going to transfer it onto the wood. Start by covering the back in pencil, then taping the design in place with masking tape. I only do this on one edge so I can keep checking how well it's transferring. Once complete, I can take the paper off and I have a pencil outline to follow. I'm using a Peter Child pyrograph machine which retails at about £130. When I started, I used a kit I got from Amazon for about £20. I'll leave links for both in the description below. I find it important to start with quite a low temperature. Test it on a piece of scrap wood and make sure that you're not burning a trench when you touch the burner to the wood. Once you have the temperature right, it's just a case of carefully colouring in the pencil drawing. Remember that the longer you keep the burner still, the darker it will burn. Finally, rub out the pencil and you're finished. This is a great option for chopping boards. I'm using the Silhouette Portrait Vinyl Cutter, which costs about £220. Again, the link will be in the description. The software is really easy to use. I draw out the shape that I want to personalise and add the text and centre it. Next you load the vinyl into the cutter and send it to cut, just like a normal printer. Once cut, then you want to carefully remove the writing. Be careful not to remove the centre of letters, like in the A, and remove the dots of things like eyes. I do this using a craft knife and a pair of tweezers. Now stick the vinyl where you want it, and mask off the rest of the area just in case. To avoid the paint bleeding under the vinyl, I first add a coat of Mod Podge. Once that's dry, I paint over it with acrylic paint. Once dry, carefully remove the vinyl and you are finished. This is my favourite option by far. It's reasonably easy to do and you get pretty good results. So much like the last option, I create a box the size of the area I want to personalise. I add the text, and in addition I add a couple of small squares to the top two corners. Once printed, I remove the excess vinyl, so I am left with just the writing I want to transfer and the two little boxes. Using masking tape, just like the previous option, I pick up the text and apply it directly to the work. This is a good option for bigger items, but for small items like this, I find that the details can start to peel off because they're so small. This method tends to be quite expensive because you need to have access to a laser printer. I'm using a black and white one, I haven't got a colour printer, but if you have a colour one, it works just as well. In fact, it works really well. First off, you need to print the writing or the image reversed. Next, you add a coat of Mod Podge directly to the printout. You then place it on the work and let it dry. Once dry, you then need to soak the paper with water and gently rub the paper away. You have to be careful not to rub too hard or you'll rub the print away. This is a great process, but you need some patience. If you're too aggressive, you will remove the design and have to start again. And here they are. If you have any other methods that were not covered off, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to find out more ways of doing it. Please like and subscribe, it would really mean a lot. Until next time, stay safe and follow your passion.